Hey guys, just wanted to give a little intro before the episode starts. So we got Rachel Zegler on this week. It was a great time. We recorded for like a little over an hour. This episode is probably like around 45 minutes. In the last 20 minutes, we did a tier list that's up on the Patreon. If you want to check that out, you can go to patreon.com/fairreallygood. But other than that, still a full episode on here. Yeah, we just didn't really outro the episode properly because we just transitioned into the tier list. So I'm sure she says goodbye at the end. I'll spoil that. But yeah, hope you enjoy this episode. And thanks for the support. See ya. Hey, welcome to the podcast. We got a freaking banger today, folks. We have a special guest, actor, singer, songwriter, but more importantly, philanthropist. But most importantly, a citizen of Kurtistown.
Indeed, I've got the sweatshirt to prove it.
We got Rachel Zegler on the podcast.
Hello.
Hey. Can you hear that applause?
Okay.
Okay, good.
I can hear it. I can feel it. You know.
Okay, I have a crowd of people behind my behind my screen.
Quiet down now, guys. The podcast is.
Yeah. All right. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. So yeah, I guess we've been trying to plan this for I feel like a pretty long time.
Over a year, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
a little busy.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
We're getting, but
I guess you had a good reason, right?
Like Shazam 2.
Yeah,
pretty good reason. Valid reason.
Yeah, I will give you that. And that's probably the best reason anyone's ever had to like.
I have to make Shazam.
Yeah, come on. No one's ever given me that beforehand. So
yeah. It sounds fake, but it was real.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, okay, sure.
Right, you gotta make Shazam.
Shazam? What are you talking about? You'd go to a magician show? I don't know.
That's Kazam. Curtis, please.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So how's your Labor Day going so far?
I have done no labor whatsoever, as the good Lord intended. And
right.
Pretty sure I rolled out of bed like at 11. So I really took advantage of the day off.
You're really yeah, how often do you even get days off? Is that even a thing anymore?
It's not a thing anymore. I forget what days are like the weekend nowadays. Like I will wake up and be like, yes, the weekend. And it's like, no, Rachel, it's Tuesday. You just happen to not have work today. It's not the weekend. So, and then I get like angry at my friends who are, have jobs or are in school. And I'm like, but it's the weekend, guys. And they're like, no, Rachel, it's Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm out of touch with reality.
I feel that. I feel like it's when you're not in like an actual, I guess like a real job, I guess, because neither of what we do is real.
No, everything we do is fake.
Yeah, we're tricking everybody.
We don't exist. This doesn't exist.
But I'm not trying to diminish what you and I do, obviously, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's not like we don't have like a real person job. So it's like even when I started doing YouTube, I was so out of touch with like days and just weeks and months, and it's like I don't even know why. You just get in the motion,
100%. I mean, I woke up one day and it was September, and I was like, oh,
well, Christmas.
It's Christmas now, and I went to Trader Joe's and they gave me like a Christmas bag, like a shopping bag that had ornaments on it, and I was like, right, that's
right. It's that time.
Yeah, I was like,
they're already that's a little weird though. I feel like that's a little soon.
I thought so. I don't even think I saw the too early Halloween stuff this year, which I usually that's how I gauge the time of year.
Yeah.
It's 4th of July, which means pumpkins.
Right, yeah.
I missed that. So when I went and I got my silly little chai tea mix at Trader Joe's in my silly little ornament bag, I was just a little bit confused.
Yeah, like what time of year? I guess that is like maybe the one, say if you were like in a coma for like a while, and you don't know what time of year it is, and you don't have like a phone or anything, you can just walk into a Trader Joe's and base that what type of bag they give you. Okay, it's like maybe it's November.
And I often compare movie making to being in a coma for 4 months, where like actually have no idea what time of year it is. Like absolutely forget. Because the movie you're making takes place in a completely different time of year. And so there's like snow on the ground, but you're sweating your ass off. It's just like really confusing.
True, I've never thought of it like that.
Oh my God. Watching movies be filmed here, like there was, they filmed the prequel movie to The Sopranos not too far from my home in New Jersey. Yeah. Because they filmed the original Sopranos not too far from my home in New Jersey. And it was August last year and there was snow on the ground. And I was like, man, our jobs are so fucking strange.
Yeah, that's so weird. Just making pretend all the time.
All the time. What is real?
I've never really thought of it like that. Because when you see a movie, like stupid me, I'm just like, they waited until the wintertime to film this.
Right. And you'd think that they did. Like, it seems like that's something that they would probably do.
Yeah.
No, all that snow is fake.
Oh my God.
For the most part. Yeah, life is a lie.
Everything is a lie. We're starting it off fucking really good. I guess I wanted to talk about YouTube for a second because, I guess that's sort of how... it was cool knowing that you watch my videos and stuff. That's very cool. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Have you always been, a YouTube fan? I guess now it's like everyone sort of is, but
yeah, I feel like people are without knowing it because I hate the word content, but content is everywhere all the time.
Right.
So they don't even realize that what they're watching is YouTube. Yeah, I've always been a YouTube kid. I loved Jenna Marbles, and I grew up on that kind of content, and now I still am here. I'm still here. I haven't moved in 20 years. But yeah, I think I've always consumed that kind of entertainment, mostly because it was what I found to be relatable and entertaining. But for some reason, like Jenna Marbles in particular, like is standing out to me in my brain right now that I grew with her videos.
Yeah, she was. I miss her so much. She was. I mean, I never met her, but I miss her. She's she's like one of like the prime examples of like what like a YouTuber should like strive to be, right?
Yeah,
like someone.
I felt the kind of stuff she was making was growing with her and changing with her, and and she always made jokes about being a 32-year-old lady and like this is what she wanted to do, but that's real life. That all of a sudden when you're a certain age, you wake up one day and you're like, I don't want to make a video about drunk girl makeup anymore. I want to make a video about building a toothbrush costume. Like, that's real to me, at least.
For sure,
loved it.
I think that's why people just naturally graduate. Gravitate. I meant gravitate, but I'll say graduate. That's why people actually graduate from school.
Yes. To make toothbrush costumes on the internet.
Yeah, that's why people graduate to.
I guess I went to college. I got a degree in toothbrush costume.
Very specific niche.
Yes.
But it pays off big.
I have a client. She's not on the internet anymore, but I have a client.
The one client. Thank God.
Thank God.
Do you remember like the first video like you saw of mine? To like.
Oh God.
This podcast is all about me. Sorry.
This is all about no. It should be. I'm trying to remember. I'll tell you that the Goat Story one, signed, sealed, delivered, was yours. Right. But I'm trying to remember what the first one really was that like solidified my citizenship in Kurtistown. And I can't remember what it was. I'm sure if I looked back, I could figure it out.
Right. Yeah, there's too many of them.
I've been watching
anyway.
You for a while. Like, I really have been. Whether or not I knew that it was you I was watching at the time. I think the Goat Story one solidified you in my brain as like, that's Curtis Connor.
Right. Yeah. I feel like that movie is like a gift and a curse, I think.
So fucking hilarious. The way that it has become, like the other day when I knew I was going to be on your podcast, I was looking for the visual from like one of your podcasts. And it was just, just wanted to see it and check it out. And when I put your name in the search bar, the first thing that came up was Curtis Connor Goat Story.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, this is your legacy now.
It really
Congrats.
is. It means a lot. It's becoming such like a huge part of like everything, and like what I do, I can't escape it. But
do people like come up to you and talk to you about it?
Yeah, that's usually the video that they say. It's so... like it's actually the amount of tweets I get from people being like, I like, me and my friends just watch that movie all the time now because of your video, because it must be like
God.
It's an enjoyable film. Like at the end of the day, it's like it's a good time, but it's just it's fucking insane, but like but it's still a good time.
That's so funny that people just say that to you. I think it's so interesting. I ask so many people that I know in my life who have a following, or just people who come up to them on the street, like, what's the weirdest thing you get recognized for? Like, what's the weirdest thing people say to you? And I feel like Goat Story's got to be up there.
It for sure is. Yeah, it's either that or like, they'll mention that, or the one thing that people say to me when they recognize me is, you're a lot shorter than I thought, which is really cool. Which is a really nice thing for me to hear.
That has been said to me before, by not even like, it wasn't like a fan or something like that. It was just like a friend of a friend came up to me and said that to me.
That's even worse.
I turned on my ultimate bitch mode that I didn't even know existed. And I said, honey, I can't help but notice that you and I are eye to eye right now. And I immediately like covered my mouth and I was like, who was that? Who just took over my body? Don't fucking say that to people,
say that.
Guys.
That's insane.
Don't say you're shorter than I thought you'd be. It's weird.
Very, because like, what do you want me to say to that? What am I supposed to say to that?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to go fucking pull on my legs until I'm a little bit taller now, I guess.
I'm going to go sit on a taffy stretcher for a couple hours. See you later.
See ya. Jesus fucking Christ.
Really strange. Really, really weird.
What's it? Is that probably like the lamest thing people say to you, or like, is there other things that...
I'd say that's probably like that's probably the lamest that I can talk about.
Yeah.
There are some wacky people out there who say some really horrible things.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. But I will say that like getting recognized for this like viral video of me singing Shallow from A Star Is Born is the weirdest thing. Like, it's a 30-second video and people come up to me and they're like, whoa! Like, they'll just come and sing it at me. Oh, they
sing it at you. Okay.
And I'm like, I can't walk away. What do I do?
Because that's also such that probably brings so much more attention to that interaction, right?
And why are they, like, these people who are walking by are like, why is that person screaming at that very small person who's smaller than I thought she would?
That stranger, I thought she'd be a lot taller.
I really thought she'd be like 6'9". That's really weird. Super strange.
Some crazy guy who says that to every person he meets. I thought you'd be a lot taller.
Dude, this is a Starbucks.
Yeah, I don't know who you are.
I have no clue who you are.
I don't know. I just have today. I have high expectations for everybody's height. Okay.
That guy. That's a bit.
That's a good character.
That's a pretty hilarious character.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, speaking of people saying weird shit, you were cast as fucking Snow White.
It's true. The rumors are true.
Crazy. So we have a Disney princess on the pod.
Hey.
Yo.
And she's shorter than you thought she'd be.
And she's surely shorter than you thought.
Yeah.
She's actually one of the dwarves.
She's actually one of the 7 dwarves.
Snow White.
That's the plot twist.
Yeah, the original one is Snow White and the 7 dwarves, so this one is Snow White is the 8th dwarf.
Snow White is the 7 dwarves.
It's all of them.
Yes.
But yeah, how many terrible reactions you got from
so many
just racist people.
So many. And it's bizarre to me. I
mean, like, of course.
Any internet hate to me just seems bizarre, especially when it's so unwarranted. Like, it's just Variety puts out an article that is like quite literally just entertainment news.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone had an opinion about anything. I didn't say something shocking or
right. Yeah.
It wasn't like Rachel Zegler thinks she should be Snow White and then everybody's like, well, she's wrong. Like,
right.
It was the internet stated a fact. She got cast as this part, and then everyone went wild. And it was, for the most, I was laughing for a lot of it. And then they started to direct message my mom.
Oh.
Leave my mommy out of this.
Yeah, what did she? She didn't do anything.
She didn't do anything. She really didn't. In fact, I'm pretty sure she wishes that I didn't do it.
Right, yeah.
I think sometimes she's like, okay, Rachel, cool it with the getting roles and stuff. It's getting a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, please stop. Please stop following your dreams.
Stop it, please.
Nobody wants that.
Too many direct messages.
Yeah, don't bring the family into it. No. Like, that's so weird.
It's so weird. I'm like, you can be as angry with me as you want to be.
Yeah.
Like, be as angry as you want to be about anything. I really don't care. At the end of the day, I have a job and I'm going to do it and it's going to be fun and great.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing that they say on the internet's going to change that. But leave my mom out of it.
Yeah.
You're weird.
Unless, like, yeah, it's not like the article was like, Rachel Zegler is cast as Snow White, and her mom says, fuck you.
And her mom is the casting director. Like, none of that.
Yeah.
Literally none of that. It was so weird. And I remember being totally fine with the gross comments I was getting and finding most of them to be just so ridiculously hilarious. And I came home from a really long day on set, and my publicist was like, hey, this is the gate. We're gauging the response. This is what's going on. And then my mom texted me that she was getting direct messages, and I just broke down. I was like,
no.
Give me a break, y'all. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm out here making Shazam. Just leave me out of it. It's like, leave my mom out of it. But, obviously the negative always seems to overpower the positive when it's actually happening to you. But it was an incredible response at the end of the day. We had such positive response. And I know Disney's really excited about it. And my director, Mark Webb, who's incredible, is really excited about it.
Fuck yeah.
Hell to the yeah.
He directed Amazing Spider-Man, and I love those movies.
Did. 500 Days of Summer is a great
shit.
film.
Oh, yeah. He did that one, too.
Yeah.
Dang.
He's a ledge. So I'm just super, super pumped. So if people want to be like, you can't be Latin and be Snow White, I'm just kind of like, watch me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck. It's going to happen.
Sucks to suck. It's going to happen in London. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're getting out of here.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
We're getting the fuck out.
Locations. Speaking of locations, I'm killing it with the segues right now.
True.
I will say that. Speaking of locations, you grew up in New Jersey.
Yes, I did.
And also you were cast as Maria in West Side Story that's coming out December 10th of this year.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of, it takes place Upper West Side, so it's a lot of New York, right?
Yeah.
But I know that you love Brooklyn the most, right? Is that true?
I do love Brooklyn, yes.
Okay. I don't know if it's your favorite, but I know that you do love Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You wrote a song about it. It was great.
Thank you. Oh my God.
I do my research.
Curtis did the research.
So what are some like go-to spots in Brooklyn? Like your favorite, if you're going to Brooklyn, you got like one day. What's like the perfect day in Brooklyn?
I love to spend so I had a friend who lived in Stuyvesant Heights, and their house was so awesome. So like, just go to my friend's house. If you're gonna go to Brooklyn, you have to go to my friend's.
You gotta check out my friend's spot. They will not let you in, but you gotta see it.
You have to see it. It's fantastic. Like some may say like we're not even that close anymore, but like for door's always open.
Yeah, just let yourself in. Tell them Rachel sent you. It's fine.
Yeah, just tell them Rachel sent you. And I feel like you have to spend time in Prospect Park if you're there.
Okay.
You have to. As for like restaurants and stuff, I really have no idea where to go that you won't spend entirely too much money. That's the thing.
True.
Coming back to New York after I spent 4 months in Atlanta, and like Atlanta wasn't necessarily cheap, but then I came back to Manhattan and I was like, holy shit, I was living the life for the past 4 months. So, like, food was just not as why is food so expensive?
Yeah, Brooklyn is. I remember the times I've been to Brooklyn and we go out.
Yeah,
it's always just like a bit too much, like the point where it's like, I mean, I guess that's okay, but at the end of the day, you're like, no, it's not. It's too much money.
It's really not. And the fact that like, and if you're coming from a different borough to Brooklyn, which living in New Jersey, it takes me about 2.5 hours to get to Brooklyn if I'm driving in, which don't do.
Yeah,
but like,
bad idea.
I'm already spending an insane amount of money on tolls.
Right.
And why
it's just
would I
money.
want to then spend so much money on a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't. So in my opinion, go to Dumbo, down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass.
Dumbo.
Have a good time. Trip on some cobblestone streets. There's food trucks everywhere all the time.
Nice.
We rehearsed for West Side Story in Dumbo, and
oh, cool.
It was such a fun. I mean, like literally our dance studio where we were rehearsing was right on the water. So it was just a beautiful. I had my birthday there. It was just so fun. So. And, there's still overpriced coffee, but at least there's, like, food trucks where they don't charge you $16 for a piece of bread.
Right. Yeah.
I love New York. Gentrification. Gentrification rules.
We'll put you on record. You can quote that.
Yeah, please. Put it on T-shirts.
But don't DM your mom about it. Don't DM Rachel's mom about it.
Leave my mom out of that. My mom doesn't agree. Or what?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, like, New York is good. Actually, the dollar slices of pizza is actually pretty fire.
Yes, they are. I used to live in Chelsea, and I right on the corner of where I lived in Chelsea was a $1 pizza place.
And it's so good.
It is so good. It really, I really can't have pizza anywhere else.
Yeah, I get it. Or a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Or if you're in New Jersey, a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. Not pork roll. Pork roll is wrong. It is Taylor ham. Thank you.
Wait, what is this discourse? I'm not sure if I'm familiar.
Curtis Connor, New Jersey discourse. It's like if you live in, I believe it's if you live in northern New Jersey, then you believe it is Taylor ham. But if you live fucking anywhere else in New Jersey, it's pork roll. Okay. Not sure what that means.
I gotta look this up. Hold on.
Yeah, it'll start a whole debate on Twitter. Like people fight over it. They also fight over whether Central Jersey exists or not. I personally think the jury's still out, but like
the jersey's still out. Yeah.
Yeah, the jersey. Oh God. Oh no.
I got called for jersey duty.
12 Angry Men's just about Jersey.
Okay, so this will probably hurt your feelings, but I searched Taylor ham on Google and it says pork roll. So I'm really sorry about that.
Fuck you guys.
Also, when you said pork roll, I thought you were talking about a sandwich.
No, it's like that's what they call the meat.
A pork roll? They
call it pork roll. So, like, if you're ordering, like, my order at the bagel station down the street from me.
Yeah.
It is, I want a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel.
That sounds good.
It is good. But then if you go down the shore to Avon by the frickin' sea.
Yeah. What?
Then those people.
Those pieces of shit.
Pieces of shit who think Central Jersey exists. They order a pork roll, egg, and cheese on a roll.
A pork roll,
Pork roll on a roll,
on
Curtis.
a roll. There can only be one roll.
There could be only one role. The main role. The lead role.
The lead role. Wow, I didn't know that there is so much beef.
It gets so heated. If you like, I really do recommend following the official New Jersey Twitter because it's really chaotic and funny.
I bet.
But they start that Discord. They wake up and they choose violence.
They're starting shit.
Oh yeah, every day.
I like that.
And they also have beef with the Delaware official Twitter, which is really funny.
What the hell? This sounds great.
The states are weird.
Shout out the official New Jersey Twitter account.
So good. At NJGov. They're really funny.
Yeah, fuck. Shout out them.
Honestly. They're doing it.
Another question I want to touch on.
Yeah.
I want to ask you. I feel like me and Sean were talking about this, yes. But I feel like you're in like a really like interesting like spot, like time, like in your life. Yeah. I think that kind of goes without saying, but like it's just so fascinating to think about like people know who you are and like like they follow you and stuff, they like you obviously, but like the main thing that people know you from like hasn't obviously people know you from like YouTube beforehand, but like still like for the main thing like hasn't even come out yet, you know?
Not at all.
It's like is it like what it like I can't even imagine like what the thoughts are like and the feelings, but if you want to like talk about that.
The imposter syndrome is so weird and like real for me, where I'm on the cover of a magazine this month, but why?
Right.
And it's definitely weird. I'm grateful for everything, and obviously, duh.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard to read things. I've stopped reading things on the internet, but it was hard after I got Shazam and then after I got Snow White to read things on the internet that was like, wow, who does she know that she keeps getting cast in these things without her first movie out? And it was like, have you ever considered that I auditioned like everyone else?
Right.
Like it's this thing that the internet really likes to do with literally anyone, but particularly women, where they just like to diminish any accomplishment and try to chalk it up to the involvement of a man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, she knows Steven Spielberg, so he obviously must have talked to David Sandberg, who cast her in Shazam, who probably talked to Mark Webb, who cast her in Snow White.
Oh, my God.
And it just couldn't be more frustrating and couldn't be further from the truth.
Right.
You know, as actors in the middle of a pandemic, if you weren't sitting on your ass filming yourself singing Imagine for Twitter,
right.
you were really hustling trying to work.
Yeah.
And it was hard. And it still is hard for a lot of people. Like it's not lost on me that I was really fortunate to be employed and working the last 4 months, because
for sure
Delta variants fucking shit up, and people who are, you know, not vaxxed and not masked are fucking shit up, and like and we're gonna, you know, be headed into a bad place if we don't shape up soon. So, you know, I get a lot of people that are like, oh, it's so cool that you're doing all of this stuff and your first thing isn't out yet. But I really struggle with the, oh God, I'm doing all of these things and I haven't even had my first thing come out yet. And that's every day. That's like every day. Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing with like imposter syndrome. Like I feel like I'm feeling it on a much like smaller level than you, but I feel it every day, where it's like this is why me though, right? Like why me?
For sure. Why me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, all the time. It is.
I mean, I think once December 10th hits, gone. It's gonna be all problems fixed. All right?
You know, in a perfect world,
yeah.
I thought the trailer was gonna fix it. Like, I was really naive enough to think that 3 shots of me on a screen during the Oscars was gonna be enough for me to be like, I deserve everything I've worked for, and I am here, and I'm ready. And it was just,
and it didn't work.
It amplified it, if anything. Where I was like, oh God, I was just on the Oscars. Why was I on the Oscars? Like,
right.
Oh my God. And it's crazy that our brains trick us into, even though our brains are the ones who agonize over the months and months of hard work that it gets to even just get a callback for something.
Right.
And yet that's the same brain that's telling me that all of that work is invalid and you're here for no reason. You're here on sheer luck.
Yeah, that's messed up.
It is.
Our brains suck.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Tell your brain to stop it, and then you'll be fine.
And it's literally that easy.
It is that easy.
But yeah, that I just think that's such an interesting spot. But I mean, it seems like if you're going through it, it seems like you're handling it well on the outside. So that's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters. If people believe that I'm fine, then we're doing great. That's really dark, but I do appreciate it because it's at the end of the day, it is a cool spot to be in.
For sure. Yeah, it's exciting.
I maintain some of my anonymity as well, which is very important to me.
Right.
And that's going to go away really soon. But
yeah, that's weird to think about too.
Yeah, it is. It's incredibly overwhelming to think about.
Yeah, because I was thinking it like just in like comparison to like my career. And it's just making, I mean, I guess sort of the same, but like when I'm just making YouTube videos and you don't know if one's going to hit, like you don't know if one's going to like pop off or like get in the algorithm or whatever. Like, so it's just like, who knows what could happen? It's just going to happen. And then like, I feel like in your situation, it's like, you sort of know that like, these are going to be like big, like successful movies. Right. So it's like, yeah, it's just like a whole other situation. It's very. I
mean, it's such a funny dynamic because it's like you know that it's gonna. Well, you hope and you pretend to know that it's gonna be a blockbuster. That,
right.
Like it's gonna hit at the box office and it's gonna do well with West Side Story, with Shazam, with Snow White. Like those are three things that are considered surefire winners at the box office. But
for sure.
On the same level, you're just kind of, you go to work every day, you do what you can do, and then you really just leave it. And you don't know what it's going to look like. I still haven't even seen West Side Story. So I have no idea what to expect or what everyone is going to feel about it yet. I get to see it really soon, but
that's good.
It's something that I think about constantly, that when I work with actors who agonize over which take is like their best take, it doesn't matter.
It's out of your hands, right? The editors
and the director, they're going to get into a room one day and they're going to say, I don't care if that person liked that take. This take is what works best for me. And
right.
It's just so, you make it, you do the best you can, and then it's fully just out of your hands.
And then it's something that, you can't really control.
That you may not even recognize. I mean,
wow.
It is.
That must be so, because you filmed that a while ago.
2 years ago, we wrapped.
Wow. So like, you're going to like watch scenes and be like, I fucking forgot I even said that.
I forgot I went in a couple weeks ago to do, back in July, I went in to do final ADR for it. And and there were lines in there that I was like, when do I say this? Because it had been, I think the last time I had gone in for ADR was March of 2020, right before everything went to shit.
Wow.
So I don't remember anything. I was watching there's a new version of the trailer, or like a new cut of the trailer that is playing before Shang-Chi in theaters right now. And I was like, what cut is that? That's crazy.
Who is that?
Who even is that girl? That's another thing. In my opinion, I look so different. Like I was a baby. I had just turned 18 when I started filming that movie. So
right, yeah.
That is baby face.
2 years, yeah. I mean, people change a lot in 2 years, so.
It's crazy. So, I'm excited, but at the same time, it just is a testament to how we never know what's going to happen with it, but you just anticipate this loss of anonymity and not being able to walk through LAX ever again.
Yeah. Fuck, yeah.
Yeah, that gets overwhelming.
But yeah, I also think your situation is interesting too, because I feel you're very like like savvy with like online like culture and stuff and like, memes and shit, right? Yes. And I think it's there's like this big like I think there's like a huge divide with like actors and quote unquote celebrities and like social media.
Yeah.
Where like you mentioned they fucking like sing Imagine and be like, this is how you do this. This is how social media works. Yeah, this is how we fix the planet. So I think it's do you think like going forward, I think like new actors and just getting into Hollywood and stuff, do you think like the traditional like media space will sort of mix more with the internet and stuff?
Meaning like
just like actors just being more like just normal on the internet, I guess, or like not.
I hope so. I mean,
yeah,
because I see so many people comment or quote tweet stuff that I do, and they're like, "Oh, I wish people would say that. I wish more actors would do this, or I wish that more actors would interact with their fans, or I wish." And I get why people don't. Like, I understand why people don't. Because then there are people on the internet who think that they have access to you all of the time. And you don't want that. You still need to maintain a boundary of like, I am a real person with real feelings and a real life, and I have to not be talking to 24/7. That's real.
Yeah.
But on the same, in the same vein, I just wish that more celebrities were openly excited about their opportunities and I'm gonna say a name wrong probably. The man who's playing Shang-Chi, Simu Liu. Liu? I might be saying that wrong, and I really hope I'm not, but we'll find out, I'm sure. But
if you say it wrong, I'll dub it over with the correct pronunciation.
Please do.
Yeah.
He's so excited
to
be a Marvel superhero, an Asian Marvel superhero is.
I think he's Canadian
awesome.
Too.
Hey now. There it is. Like that it's exciting for him, and like even if it weren't a historic excitement in the sense that it's really, really big to have such awesome Asian representation in such a huge way.
Right.
Like just seeing an actor be really excited to be playing a part.
Yeah.
Is fucking awesome to me.
Yeah, it's so refreshing.
It's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go to Disney and meet Snow White and be super excited about it. Like the other day, I was on a subway platform and a trumpet player started playing Maria.
Oh, I saw that on your Twitter, yeah.
And I lost my mind. Like, just be fucking excited about life. It makes you more human. And if you want to be viewed as a human being, act like a human being.
Act like a human being,
Like, stop pretending that there's this huge divide between you and the other plebeians on Twitter. Like, at the end of the day, we're all tweeting our silly little memes on the silly little bird app. Like,
we're all stupid.
We're all so fucking stupid.
Yeah, and accept that. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot, just like us.
You're a dumbass.
You are. And I hope we see more dumbass celebrities. Just being dumbasses on Twitter. Like, I want to see your camera roll. I want to see the photo dumps of Ryan Gosling. I just want to know.
Yeah. Like, dude, that'd be so cool.
Right?
Because it always seems like, they got like someone to just like manage their shit. And it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right? I get it if they're like, oh, never mind. I was going to say, never mind. I was going to say something, but I don't want to say anymore. I used my filter, and that's admirable.
And that's something that the dumbass celebrities could learn to do. If they came on Twitter, they'd learn how to use their filter.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is more, I guess, back to a goat story, but
great.
I love
West Goat Story.
West Side Goat Story. Yo, that'd be so good.
I can't wait for the fan art that comes with that. It's coming.
That's the sequel. I think I have this theory, not real theory, but I have this like viewpoint that every movie is good. Like I've never. You could sit me down and play a movie for me, and I'm gonna love it. Okay, because it's a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Even Ghost Story, like it's insane, but it's still like a good time.
Yeah.
So I guess that could be like a guilty pleasure movie, right? Like it's like a bad. You just watch it because you're like, fuck it. It's you know. Do you have any guilty pleasure films?
So I think Burlesque. I think everybody knows that Burlesque was not as great as it could have been. I think I have this conversation with everyone who's ever watched it. Says the same thing before, where they're like, well, it's, but it's so fun to watch.
But it's so fun.
Yeah, like they won't say anything actually bad about the movie or anything about the movie. They'll just be like, it's fun. So fun to watch. And it is. Like I genuinely, every time it's on, I have to watch the whole thing. Like it's just one of those things where like I sit down and I'm like, I'm gonna watch Burlesque. It's one of those. I'm trying to think like the last time I'm the same way where I am a very critical person about movies, probably because I just see the way that they're made and I feel like my big brain is like, I could have done that better.
Right.
I don't actually know anything. I haven't learned anything in the past 2 films I've made. I just feel like it just gives me a license to say.
Yeah, you're allowed to say whatever. Now that you're in a movie, you can say whatever the fuck you want
about movies.
And that's why you did them, right?
Yeah, that's the only reason I did them is to get the pass.
Yeah, I respect the hustle, dude.
Thank you. It was really hard. I beat out 30,000 girls just to be able to say.
That's a flex.
But I'm trying to think, like, I always go in with the intention of liking something. That to me is the most important thing, because you meet so many people who just go in and they just watch it. Like when they went and they watched the new Star Wars trilogy and all the dude bros. I loved it too. And all the dude bros go in wanting to just hate it so much. Because, or the dude bros who want to hate Captain Marvel. I guess this is mostly about like fandom films. I'm sure there's going to be people who want to go in and hate Shazam too, because it's a sequel and the first one was so good. Like, you're never going to please everyone. But that's why it's hard for me to be like, what's my guilty pleasure film? Because
then it's like you don't
liking everything.
Exactly, yeah. Because like that's the thing, like you shouldn't really be guilty of it. But I guess the question is like movie that is maybe not critically good. I guess so Burlesque. Okay.
Burlesque is definitely up there. Yeah. And also I could watch all the Twilights all the time, all day.
Oh yeah.
I recently me and one of your faves, Noah Centineo, went through and we were rewatching some of them, and it was just so fun to revisit. I hadn't seen them in years, and going back at some of those was just
they're great films. They are
great films, and I feel like therapists could really use them as examples. I'd be like, well, this is gaslighting.
Right, yeah. Textbook examples.
That first movie, he's like, no one's going to believe you. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah, hey.
That's the male protagonist.
I'm supposed to like this guy?
I'm supposed to root for this guy, but then Jacob is really not that great of an alternative. So you're like, all right, I guess.
I guess I'll begrudgingly pick one of these, I guess.
I'll put the gaslighting aside. But that definitely is a guilty pleasure. Where, like, I know that they're not great, but damn.
I'm a humongous fan of the High School Musical trilogy.
Those are not a guilty pleasure. Those are great.
Those are just good, genuine. That's the first.
Films.
Yeah, that's the thing that came into my head. But I'm like, those are just incredible films.
Finally, some cinema in the conversation. That is. I remember going to see the third one in theaters and being like, "Now this is movie making." Like, that was huge. With the song "Scream," where he's walking and the hall is turning.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
Like they spared no expense, or they had like $1 million left in the budget and they had nothing left to do.
Fuck it.
They were like, this is now the Ariana Grande No Tears Left to Cry music video.
This is the Inception hallway scene.
Yes, it is.
But Zac
Efron's singing his heart out.
Yeah, those
movies
are great.
Too. It's one of the best songs in the trilogy.
Whoa. Actually, that's... Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's up there. I think it's
definitely up there.
I'd say top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know number 1, though. Probably, I don't know.
I'm partial to You Are the Music in Me. I think it's a great song.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. I don't know.
I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't. Actually, Every Day is great.
Every day. So true.
Mm-hmm. And when dude, that one, the one part in that song when Troy and Gabriella are singing at each other, and then everybody comes in, every day, and then Zach's like, "What?" Yeah, Troy's like, "What? Troy. You guys aren't mad at me anymore?" It's so good.
It's so good.
2 is my favorite. But...
2 is objectively the best one.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah. That I think that's one of those things that everyone kind of unanimously agrees on.
Yeah.
Is that the ranking goes 2, 1, 3.
With most things, right? Spider-Man 2.
Oh, so true. 2, 1, 3.
Better than that. Yeah. Shazam 2.
Shazam 2? Well, I mean, I guess we'll see, but I'm pretty sure... I've talked to Zach Levi about it, and we're kind of like we kind of came to the conclusion that it's a pretty good movie.
It's gonna be 2, 1, 3, I think.
Yeah. Here's hoping we get a 3. Where we need 2 to be good enough to get a 3. Yeah.
It will. Yeah. It will. Don't worry.
It will. It'll be so great. There's Helen Mirren. There's Lucy Liu. You can't go wrong.
You can't lose.
You can't.
You can't lose. You can't
Lucy lose. Damn it.
We did it. No, I'll call that a tie.